And we're going to take a very quick break from our storytelling session to listen to our major sponsor. I don't want to do too much today because, as a major sponsor, in Igbo land we say when money talks, things happen. So we don't need to talk too much when money is talking. So I'm just going to call the money of Renmoney to talk. Ladies and gentlemen, help me as I welcome the Chief People Officer of Renmoney, Elizabeth Okonji. I said major sponsor. Clap well. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. So after Ndidi spoke, I was like, okay, I'm supposed to go after that. And then it's in my time that he said we have to stand on the stage. So everybody pray for me. Okay, so I'm supposed to talk very briefly about and pardon me because this is not in my vocabulary, but I'll use it, about a fuck-up I had. If you notice the mic shaking, it means you're not praying enough. Pray well. So, I'm Chief People Officer of Renmoney. Means it's a fancy word for head of HR. Yeah. And I've been doing HR for 14 years now, about. And I'm going to talk about another fuck-up word that I had very early in my career. So I've had several pivotal mistakes that I've made. And this one, I'm going down to the grassroots of one that happened really early that kind of resets my brain a little bit. I'll give you a profile of the person I'm talking about in those years. So this is like in my first year practicing HR. And I had done about 2 years of IT database management. So it was IT. I was supposed to go further and learn how to program, but I decided I wanted to program people instead because I felt I had the skills. And this had been like a testimony growing up from home, everywhere. And then I joined this company, and within like a week, by some stroke of whatever, they sent me to HR. And it was like, okay. But I was everybody's darling. Like, I was getting accolades. I was a high flyer, performer, everything. It probably was getting to my head. I didn't know, but what I'm about to tell you that, yes, it was getting to my head. So I was a star, yeah, happy. And I was changing things. I have a little bit of the OCD streak, and I'm a perfectionist. So I had a boss who was HR manager, and she had to travel all of a sudden. And me, I was like, yeah. I'd watch her do payroll for like 3 months. And I said, yeah, I'll take it up, I'll do it, no problem, travel. Thank you, bye, she left. So if you know anything about the perfectionist streak, you know that we need time to get things done. But I had like a week. And I thought I could do it. Everybody thought I could do it. Like, it was not an issue. So I did it, took her sheet. Everything was manual. It was a small company. And I improved on it because I was Elizabeth. I improved on it and ran payroll. Yeah, fine. Disaster. Nobody in a company of about 150 people got the correct salary. Nobody. And if you know how it is about touching people's money. So nobody was singing my praises. Nobody was singing my praises. I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. It was like, this is the basic thing you have to do. You want to do a career in HR. You don't know how to do payroll. What are you smoking? So nobody was singing my praises. Everybody was calling my name. Elizabeth. You did not pay me. You're overpaid, underpaid. People had spent the money. They didn't earn. So I was surprised, like, your salary is 150. They gave you 300K. Are you a thief? Why do you spend it? But I had to go around begging people, like, please return the money, please return the money. And some other people who didn't get enough needed their money, so please, we'll pay you. So this is everybody's darling. This is me who had the OCD, perfectionist streak. You know that we are our worst critiques. So I was flogging myself, and everybody was flogging me, and I was in trouble. My boss is away, by the way. But I had help from the MD, who says, this is a core value situation. If you are not a thief, we have integrity as one of them, please pay your money, or we'll convert it to a loan. But I had like 1 week, a nightmare week, trying to beg everybody For 3 months after that, everybody's like, if you like, overpay me, I will keep the money. Please don't underpay me. So that shame was in my face for a long time. The impact was nobody was working in that period. Everybody was passing, Elizabeth, superstar. If you like, overpay, you know. And the company had to bring out money within that week to pay the people who'd been underpaid, because we had to wait for the end of the month for people to refund money. Anyway, in that moment, my confidence that I didn't even know I had, the pride I didn't even know I had, was under. Like, it took a major hit. My boss came back and says, you're running payroll next month. I'm like, Mike. I was like, yeah, you run it. And I did it. And that was the only time I had issues with payroll, because I had to get, like, the checker for the checker for the checker for the payroll. Like, what did you earn last month? And do all of that. And then I started training people. But what did I learn? It's very easy for us to think that you want to improve something. Don't go improving something you don't understand. Understand it first. Try. That's what I learned. And then the second thing was, everybody makes mistakes. So even if you are that star, everybody's praising or whatever, you are prone to mistakes. Don't kill yourself about it. I read a book called Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. And yeah, and that's what helped me to come up from that fuck up. And I decided, okay, you know what, this shouldn't happen too many times. I've made several other mistakes, but the purpose is to always learn from it so that it doesn't keep happening and to learn. So thank you for